We're back. Guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel. Let me
so. Welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news and music, entertainment, reality TV, and so much more. Guys, be sure to let me know if you could hear me. You can hear the effects, all the good stuff. You know, we're back in business with this technology, so just let me know if you can hear me. How you doing? I'm a mess. You know I love my gadgets. You know I love my gadgets. You know I love my things. Okay. All right. I don't feel like I can hear me clearly though, but you guys can hear me. That's all that matters, right? Wait a second. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, it's the heat is killing us here in New York. But anyways, we won't focus on that. We won't focus on that. Oh, there we go. I feel like I can hear myself better now. All right. We're figuring it out. We're figuring it out. Always trying to upgrade and evolve and level up. All right. Anyways, guys, welcome back to the Kempire Daily YouTube channel, your #1 source for pop culture news. I'm your boy, TheKempire. We're live on multiple platforms. We're live on Twitch and Twitter at TheKempire. We're live on TikTok behind the scenes. Hey, TikTok. I appreciate you all being here. And we're also live, of course, on Kempire Daily on YouTube. And we're live on Facebook, TheKempire and Kempire Daily on Facebook. If you're not following us there, you should. You're getting different experiences on those platforms. And some people say you get better actual video quality if you're watching me from your television. You get better video quality on Twitch. So try out the different platforms. Sometimes streaming through certain platforms onto another platform doesn't give you the best quality. So if you're looking for the best quality, test it out on other platforms because we are streaming there. Guys, if you're just joining us, this is our weekly recap of Love and Marriage DC. And we've had a lot to say about these couples over the last few weeks. And the show did decently in the ratings. They've been doing decent. Like they've been hovering in the 200 to 300,000 viewers, after the first night. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Sherry says, okay, Kempire, can you just host the reunions? Because hosting just isn't. Oh, come on. Here's the thing. I felt like he was good in this capacity for the reunion. I like the suit, Carlos. I know you're watching. How you doing? Or how you doing? I mean, I really do. I do like him as the host of the reunion versus his own nighttime show, to be honest. Because he's messy, he's answering the questions. Is it just another version of the Real Housewives? Yeah. Look, yeah. I did find it interesting though at the top. And as your king of reality TV, I was just like, okay, this is not about you, Carlos. This is about your show. It's enough. You're making a check on being a host and for being the producer of the show. We don't need to keep calling yourself the king of reality TV. It's okay. You have your credits. We don't need you to keep reminding everyone. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Anyways, I do want to talk about the fashion though. Before we get into Monique and her behavior, we got to talk about the Jasmine Brand interview that Monique did this week. And Winter Williams also did an interview with the Jasmine Brand as well. But the fashion was fashioning. Who do you guys think? First of all, I feel like Monique and Carlos go better together than Monique and her own husband. Right? That dress is beautiful. And look how high it goes up. I believe this is the same fashion designer that did her dress for the RHOP reunion and also did the reunion dress for Ashley last season too. Very talented. Beautiful. I love the color. I love the cut. I mean, she's a beautiful woman. Look at that. Look at that hair. She's a beautiful woman. You know, I got to get the nice stuff out first, right? If you guys had to choose who was the best dress, who was the best dress at this reunion, it's hard to pick. Ashley, I love the green on her. I really do love the green on her. I don't believe this is the best, the most flattering photo of this outfit, to be honest with you, just because it feels like it should be up a little bit more. And I feel like Irena looks gorgeous. I love the color. I love the cut. I think the guys look great. I like DJ Quick. You guys know I like DJ Quick for the show. I like the color that he's wearing, but I don't love this. I don't love the chain. I get it. But you can see the two grown men on both ends, Jamie and Chris. They're grown. They got their bow tie. I don't need him to wear a bow tie, but I know he's hip hop. I just, I don't love it. I don't love the suit. I like the color, but I do feel like overall, everyone looked good. Even Winter. I like that color. I love the dress. I thought they look good. And look, Jamie, I'm going to start out nice. I like your suit. I do. Now let's get to the mess. Okay. Ivy says that Mo is the best dressed, the best thing I can say about her. Damn. Wait a second. Naturally Pace says DJ Quick was the best dressed for the men. Okay, minus the chain. Yeah, maybe it's the chain that's throwing me, but he always wears that chain. So which is okay, but I like the color on him. For me, if I had to pick the best dress of the men, I probably would have picked Jamie. I don't love the jacket, but I like it when guys do take a risk with their fashion. I really do. So I'm going to give it to Jamie here. I do, look, Chris is classic. He's wearing a classic, suit or tuxedo. I guess it's more of a tuxedo. So I would prefer. I like it. I think overall, though, they all look great. I have to say, Irena just transforms sometimes. When she changes up her hair, she transforms. I'm just like, oh, wait, who's this woman? See, Sheila. Hey, Sheila. Sheila says, that's hard. They all are great. Yeah, I think they all looked great. I really, really, really do. Audrey says, Monique and Irena. I mean, yeah, I would have to give it to them. But in regards to performance at the reunion, all goes to Ashley. Yep. All goes to Ashley. And I've been saying this every single week, and I feel like she continues to prove me right. She's the best part of Love and Marriage DC. Okay, before we get into the actual reunion, I mentioned to you guys before that Monique did an interview with the Jasmine brand. Again, guys, be sure to check them out. As always, we cite our sources here. But I do want to share my screen and show you exactly what Monique said, and then we can go to the reunion.
So
hold on. Calm down.
Hold on. From Love and Marriage.
Hold on. I want to share my screen first before I do that. Okay, let me share my screen. All right. Let me refresh. Okay, let me refresh because I want you guys to see it. Okay.
He is the spinoff from Love and Marriage, Huntsville. Did you feel any pressure to kind of live up to the level that Huntsville is on?
The pressure was definitely the fact that this is the first franchise coming from Huntsville, So the fact that we're the first one to actually make it an official franchise, we're now part 2 of Love and Marriage in general. That was a lot of pressure because Huntsville is so successful. They're doing amazing. They just finished their first half of their 4th season. So it was like, okay, we definitely have to bring it. But I wanted to make sure we brought something that was unique to us in the area that we're coming from.
Yeah.
And I feel like we executed pretty well. I definitely feel like we needed more than 10 episodes because when I tell you every last couple on this show gave so much, and we had so many scenes together that were overshadowed by the drama that you didn't.
So DC
didn't get to see. I mean, we had some fun. We had some really fun scenes. We opened up ourselves like most couples would not open themselves on this show. So that sucked. We should have got like 20 episodes.
20?
It's a lot. I mean, I'm sure, when you guys are renewed, you'll get more episodes because I feel like
they get to see. I mean, we had some fun. We had some really fun.
So any competitiveness from the other cast or from you and your cast in DC or?
No. So here's my thing. I'm a person, I was raised by great grandmother. So when it comes to respect of elders, to a certain degree, unless you disrespect me. I'm always about respecting what paved the way for me.
Okay.
So I have more of an adoration for Huntsville for what they've done. And I in no way, shape, or form want myself or even our franchise, even DC, to be looked at as competition with Huntsville. I would rather us to be looked at as a unit, us, rooting them on, them rooting us on. So no, I won't get into the whole competition, the competitiveness. I honestly don't think it's necessary. And I just don't roll like that.
Okay. You're very secure.
Okay, we're gonna stop that right there because there's more that I want to play from this interview. All right, hold on one second, y'all. Let me just bring this down because if you're just joining us, we're playing a couple of clips from the Jasmine Brandt's interview with Monique Samuels, formerly of the Real Housewives of Potomac, now on Love and Marriage DC. I already can see what you guys are saying in the chat in regards to Monique's response to
you were on the other
everyone.
show.
Hold on. Let me just pause this. Hold on. Let me pause this. So in regards to the misconceptions of Monique, they talk a little bit about it during the reunion last night, but she also talked about it in this interview. All right. So let me just get to that. Hold on. Share this. There we go.
The other show, what do you think was the biggest misconception about who you were?
Oh my goodness. They painted a picture as if I was some kept wife.
Okay.
Let me tell you, from the beginning of Chris and I's relationship, I've been his business manager. I've handled everything always. I was always the one juggling our entire life, monitoring the homes, doing everything. Once we got married and then had children, I was still doing it all by myself. I had to then take on, having a personal assistant, having to let go of personal assistants, trying somebody out that could actually try to fill my shoes. It just never worked out. It wasn't until I started doing reality TV, it wasn't even still I started doing reality TV that the casting director of RHOP told me, he said, there's no way you can do this show and not have help. He said, you need to get a nanny. You need to get somebody that can help you with the children. He said, you need to start looking for a personal assistant if you're going to go into this world. Up until that point, I was handling it all. And still to this day, that's what I do. So I am a go-getter. I've always been a businesswoman. I've never been limited as a stay-at-home mom or an NFL wife. So that was the one thing that used to irritate me. It's like they're acting like I'm some kept wife and I handle my business.
Who do you still speak to from Potomac?
I still talk to Ashley Darby and Karen Huger. So yeah, I keep in touch with those ladies. I'm grateful that going into a reality show where you literally don't know any of the cast members, I was able to bridge sisterhoods with Ashley and with Karen. So I'm grateful for that.
You were on the other show. What do you think was the biggest
All right, I'm going to pause that for a second. We'll get to Winter and what she said in her interview with the Jasmine Brand. Again, guys, be sure to follow the Jasmine Brand. You get all that information at thejasminebrand.com. So, okay, just weighing in on the first couple of things that she said in regards to the show. No, we didn't need 20 episodes of Love and Marriage DC. We didn't, honestly. I'm glad they kept it short. This is where Carlos knows what he's doing. We did not need a long season. This was a nice introduction. A lot of people still felt like, I don't know how I feel about DC. But the ratings were there. The audience that they built, they had, because they kept on coming every week. Okay. I don't believe they needed more than 10 episodes. I did not need 20 episodes of Monique, honestly. And I thought I would feel differently about Monique, but then I had to remind myself how I felt about Monique before the fight with Candace on RHOP. And it really wasn't a lot. I was just like, oh, she's nice on the show. Every once in a while we get a moment from her, but she was never my favorite. Okay. And her talking about the misconception of her on RHOP, apparently it really was no misconception. I never looked at Monique as a kept wife, to be honest with you, because literally on her first season, they did talk about her managing the properties and all the things that she was doing. So I never looked at her as a typical housewife, even though there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. We were just talking about that in one of my videos, talking about the housewives and things like that. So there's nothing wrong with that. And I can see from what people were saying in the comment section of that video, they're like, so she's basically a kept wife. Oh, Monique. So where's this? Oh, that was from the actual, whatchamacallit? I can't think of the name. From the reunion, from Love and Marriage DC reunion, where she talks about the way that people view Black women. And everything that she said was correct. I just felt that it was incorrect when it comes to how people were viewing and commenting on Monique on the reunion. So let's get into that. But let me just say thank you. We got a couple of super chats while we were watching that interview. So let me say thank you so much, Jacqueline, for the super sticker. We appreciate you. Hold on. Samara, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, Quick's outfit reminds me of movie A Night at, the movie A Night at the Roxbury. Thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, I don't love his outfit. I like the color, but I don't love his outfit. Lonnie in Love, thank you so much for the super chat. Lonnie says, I don't think Mo can see the stress she's under. Wait, I don't think Mo can see the stress she's under. Really? That's interesting. Okay, thank you so much for the super chat. So you guys say, hey, Miss Bernice. Miss Bernice says, Winter was being so ratchet. That's why I didn't care for her. I see mixed feelings on Winter, but one thing I can't deny is that if they didn't have Winter this season, what would they be talking about? They literally had to bring Winter out in part 1 of this reunion, early in part 1 of this reunion, because everyone seems like they had a united front. We all hate Winter. And I'm still standing by that Winter is scammer adjacent. I'm still standing by that. I'm not calling her a scammer. She's scammer adjacent. Because that whole conversation about, are you a relationship coach or a minister? Because literally on video, you said, I'm a relationship expert. We'll get there. Let me start at the top. So I don't know how many parts. I think there's only going to be 2 parts. That's all we need, Carlos. We don't need more than 2 parts for this reunion. Because I have to say, in part 1, I feel like they could have wrapped things up in part 1, to be honest. But I get it. There are other elements of the family life and things like that. We need to get updates on Irena and Jamie's son, Jason. There are other elements that we need to talk about. But they could have, if they edited it properly, they could have wrapped this up in a 1-parter. Right? Okay. So, of course, they have their separate packages for the couples. The very first package, well, okay, before we even get into the packages, not the packages, before we even get into that, so the couples arrive. Look, I know a lot of people are going to compare it to the Real Housewives. Yes, this is what the Real Housewives have done, but it wouldn't be... They've stolen from us so many times. Why can't we steal from them? I'm just saying, come on. So Carlos, damn, Carlos, turn the volume down, Carlos. So Carlos goes to all of the couples and he's like, hi! He's seeing where their head's at. And that's when he goes to Monique's and Chris's room. And Chris is me, because when Carlos is coming there all extra, Chris is like, yeah, I'm good. You're going to have a lot to say today? He's going to be like, well, it depends on what you ask me. Okay. But it was what Monique says that at the top of this that made me go, oh, wait a minute. Oh, damn, not that one. Okay, I'm relearning this stuff, okay? Hey, who's Kay, who's been a member for 5 months of our Team Kempire membership. Thank you so much for supporting. She says, regarding Mo, the marrying up, regarding Mo, the marrying up equals kept wife is old trope. Okay. Are we fighting in the comments? Y'all, stop fighting in the comments. It's not that type of place. If you have an issue, you can weigh in and share your thoughts without arguing with people. If you're arguing, I'm going to kick you out. All right. So stop it. It's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day. Just saying. Okay. So Monique, before they even get out there, basically says that her and Winter have known each other for 15 years, but they're not friends like that. Anyone else that was thrown off by that? I was like, wait a minute. I was a little like, what say that? So I already knew, oh, this is going to be a good reunion. So Monique and Winter they seem to be okay, but they're not close like that. And I get this. I know a lot of people want to hate on Monique, but I get this. There are plenty of people that you and I know, and we've known them for a very long time, but we're not friends like that. However, I'm doing the show. I know you want to elevate what you're doing. I will bring you on the show. I know that you're going through, you're married. This is a great opportunity for you. That doesn't mean that they're best friends. And according to Monique, Winter tried to make it seem like they were best friends on the show. I mean, you kind of made it seem that way too, right? I mean, I don't know if I want to just put that all on Winter. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the super chat. Who said, okay, she says, not arguing, agreeing. Well, not you. I'm just want to make sure no one else is arguing. It's okay to have a healthy, constructive argument, but no fighting. No fighting. Anyways, back to this. So we had that indication at the very beginning, and then Carlos goes to Winter's room, and you can see Carlos likes to get these people activated. So he's like getting Winter activated behind the scenes. Carlos, I'm looking at you very differently with this whole Phaedra situation. I know you've denied it, but so who's behind it? Because Phaedra's not owning it either. Just saying, me personally. All right, so let's get into the reunion. So we had the greetings at the top of the reunion. Now the reunion begins. The reunion begins. We've already talked about the fashions. The fashion we're fashioning. Okay. Let me take a sip. Hold on. Oh, no. I'm going to take a sip from my merch. Okay, so the Pride merch is no longer available, but the Black Label merch is now available. So you can get a water bottle. It also keeps your water cold for a very long time as well. Be sure to check that out at houseofkempire.com. Let me put up my little banner stuff for those that want to know. All right, so back to this. Let me pick this up. Oh, Gene says, I always believed there was another layer to that controversy. Ebony says it was Feifei and Carlos. That's all. I don't know if we will ever get the truth to that. Unless Candy knows the truth. I don't know. I think if Candy knew the truth, she would have said something, unless, her and Bravo came to an agreement. But anyway, that's a whole other conversation. Let's focus on this reunion. So at the top, they play the separate packages for each couple. The first package, of course, is going to be Monique and Chris. I kind of feel like they should have played Monique and Chris last and worked their way in. So start with the least interesting couple, Irena and Jamie. Then go into Ashley and DJ Quick, even though I think they're a lot more interesting and authentic. But because the show's supposed to be about, I think the relationship that stood out the most in this reality show as being problematic was Chris and Monique. But we'll start with Chris and Monique. So Chris and Monique's package, you can see, and here's the thing. Oh, Chris, why? Chris says, after watching the show, I started to see my flaws. And we're not saying that Chris was perfect, but apparently Monique's bamboozling worked. Apparently her bamboozling worked. I was really surprised that he took so much ownership of what we saw play out on the show. And according to Carlos King, when they started filming, they already had talked with Carlos saying that, that they're going through things. And she says, the show forced them to have conversations. Danielle says, save Chris. Wait, hashtag save Chris. Hashtag get out Chris. I'm not going to say, look, Chris is a grown man. If he likes that relationship, obviously it works for him in whatever capacity. I'm not going to tell him to leave Monique or vice versa. But obviously they have their issues. But the fact that Chris came out and said, "Oh, I paid attention to, like, what I noticed was my flaws." And like I said, I'm not saying that he's perfect, but when he said his flaws, I said, "What?" And again, Monique really took no ownership. The only thing she took ownership for was her delivery. This reunion should have been called The Delivery. That's the only thing that she took ownership for. You know, maybe my delivery wasn't right. Because Monique really believes that she's perfect. And I know what you guys have been saying in the comment section. I see what you guys say. Chris Mama was right. What? I kind of wish we got some of Chris's mama this season. I wonder where they're at in regards to their relationship. Yes, we know on RHOP, his mom apologized to her, but I wonder where. I know she's watching this show and like, see, I told y'all. See, I told y'all. Okay. But this is where Monique leads into her big speech. She gets on her pedestal and says, you know, Black men are protected in these conversations and blah, 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 and blah. And everything that she's saying is correct, but not when it comes to her and Chris. Nope. 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 And when I saw the clip first come out before the show aired, I was in OMFG's comment section and I said this. I said, people need to watch the show before they start applauding what she's saying. Because yes, what she's saying is true. What she's saying is true in that instance, but not when it comes to Monique. Not when it comes to Monique. But the other question that a lot of people were asking was, did Monique come on? Because a lot of you called in and said this, you believe that Monique came on the show to get a divorce from Chris. And they laughed it off like, no, I never really believed that she came on the show to get a divorce from Chris. Did she come on the show to kind of make her, like, reimagine her image on, you know, reality TV a little bit? Because she also, in her interview with the Jasmine brand, made it seem as if it was editing. Why? She's like, I wish you guys could have seen the context. No, we've seen a lot of context in comparison to your other castmates. We've seen a lot of context when it comes to Monique Samuels. At what point do we get to see the real Monique then? Because I'm still not seeing her. Auntie Eva, thank you so much for being a member of our channel for 10 months. I think Mama's preference for the previous girlfriend is Monique's problem. Oh, the girlfriend that he mentioned during last week's episode. Ooh, maybe. See, Precocious says Monique has always been this person. Hold on. Oh yeah. At all that. Wait, Jessica says, at all that random speech. Sharice says, right message, wrong messenger. A broke clock is right twice a day. Donna D says, I believe she came on the show to emasculate Chris. Yeah, I could believe that more than her divorce Chris. I don't think she's trying to divorce Chris. I don't know what her intention was. I think her intention didn't even have anything to do with Chris. I think her intention was to make herself look great on this show. Because remember, that book that came out about the housewives and everyone talking about each other in the book, one of the producers of The Real Housewives of Potomac says that Monique is intoxicated with the fame. That has always stood out to me. So I kind of look at her, I'm like, and her behavior. And even her behavior during the whole physical altercation between her and Candace, and how they were saying, oh, Monique was using the blogs to manipulate all the stories and stuff like that. I was like, So other than Monique being on this show and talking about her relationship issues, what did we get from Monique? Did we get any fun moments that I was like, yes, Monique, this is what we like to see from Monique? No. All we got from her was her gaslighting situations, gaslighting her husband, gaslighting the beef between Winter and the other ladies. Oh, and sidebar, because I thought I was saying it wrong when she said Tanzania. And I said, well, she's learning Swahili. Maybe someone taught her how to say it properly. But then I saw the Africans say it's Tanzania. She's not going to like that because she likes to have a very perfect image. Omar says BS from Mo to the E to the, you know what. Oh, Fifi says, we got who she is. Dolly says, we got her throwing Winter under the bus. Yeah, I just, look. Winter is not my favorite, and I'll say that she's not my favorite. I still think she's scammer adjacent, especially when it comes to that whole I was a relationship coach, but now I'm a minister. But here's the thing that we got from people like Ashley that I enjoyed. We got her relationship. We got some funny moments. We got her being shady moments. That's what I thought we might get a little bit from Monique, and we didn't. Because I think Monique was so stuck on trying to paint an image versus be who she really is. That's just my personal opinion, guys. You will have an opportunity to call in and share your thoughts about Love and Marriage DC, the reunion part 1. If you're part of the replay crew, we want to hear your thoughts as well. How would you rate this episode? And what did you think of the reunion? What stood out to you? Who you felt like was like BSing you? Shan, thank you so much for the super chat. Shan says, I used to really like Monique on Potomac, but now I cannot. Chris is also playing with us for the camera because ain't no way, right? I do believe that too. I do believe on some level, Chris is playing up for the camera as well. All right. All right. Speaking of Ashley and Quick, so they talk about their relationship. We have their package and what's going on in their relationship. DJ Quick no longer has gout. I mean, every time they say gout, I'm like, goodness, can we just say something else? I don't know. Gout, just the word gout to me. Ew. Ew. But like I said, one of the things that I love about Ashley and DJ Quick is that I feel like we're getting them authentically. And maybe a little too much this episode, because when DJ Quick went from 0 to 100, I was like, whoa. Like we haven't seen that side of him before. But they talk about their relationship issues, and they've been talking about this throughout the season about how he's not emotional enough. And he says, you know, he gives an instance where he's trying to break that cycle, how he grew up. And I said to you before, like, we got a lot of story from both of these individuals on the show. To me, they really did show up authentically. And 2 Scorpios. Damn. I told you I'm a product of 2 Scorpios. So that didn't, you know, ring any bells for me. They're going to be together forever. Ever. Morgan says DJ Quick was out of line. Yeah, we're going to get there. But I feel like there's so much more to that story that we didn't get. Apparently, there's another character that has been spreading rumors or things. But let's be real. Before the show even started, I told you there were lots of rumors about some of the couples on the show. And I told them, show up authentically, because those rumors are eventually going to come out. Luckily for them, those rumors really didn't come out. And I held that quite tightly to the chest. I said, I'm going to hold on to this. I said, let me see if they're going to show up and, you know, tell their truth. But Ashley and Quick have talked about openly about their relationships, ups and downs, and cheating and things like that. But apparently Winter says she has more receipts. She has records. Wait, is Kevin at this reunion? Is the scammer at the reunion? I don't think so. We didn't see him. But knowing Carlos King, that doesn't mean anything. He could be there. They need to bring scammer Kevin out with all his briefcase of receipts, or at least remotely. Don't be surprised if a scammer Kevin makes an appearance. I don't think so, though. Honestly, I think we would have seen it in the preview. Not Brian McKnight's dad. Ebony said. Ebony says Kevin, aka Brian McKnight's dad. I'm not sure if he's at. I don't think so. We would have seen something. We don't want Kevin in his briefcase. I mean, even when I said, I was like, I really don't need him doing this, but I kind of want to. I wouldn't be surprised if Carlos was to do something like that, but no, I don't think he's going to do that. I don't think he's going to do that. I mean, they talk so much about Kevin this season. It would make sense. Okay, it would make sense to bring him out. So Ashley and DJ Quick talk about their relationship issues and him being not as emotional and all of that. Okay. And they give that example of when his son did not make the baseball team and how his son didn't want to cry. And he kind of shut his son down. And we've seen this before. Black men in general of, oh, you gotta be tough. You can't cry. You can't get emotional. So they talk a little bit about that, which I can appreciate. And I can appreciate Quick talking about how he's trying to overcome that and how sometimes even when he's trying to break that cycle with his son, that he's made mistakes because of that conditioning that he's had since he was a kid. That's hard to break, but he's trying to actively do it. And thankfully he has a wife that's very conscious of what he's doing. All right. Let's move on. Because we're going to get back to DJ Quick and Ashley. Irena and Jamie. So I didn't know that a lot of people were saying that they felt like Jamie was being physically abusive to Irena. Remember when he moved her face? I never got physically abusive from there, maybe emotionally. But the thing that stood out to me in their package, and I said to you guys, and I'm not going to rehash everything that I've said over these last 10 episodes with these couples because I'm tired. I'm actually tired of talking about Irena and Jamie because I'm not that interested. I'm not interested in their story. And I think they do have a story, but they're not really telling it. They're so caught up on giving us an image versus telling us the real story. So apparently a lot of people felt as if he may have been physically abusive. No one liked when he interrupted her and moved her head. I didn't like that either. It didn't necessarily trigger me to believe that this was an abusive relationship, but you never know. You never know what's going on in people's relationships. Okay. But what stood out to me in their conversation about their relationship was how he said he created her. Because apparently she had, money issues in the past, credit issues, and her saying, yeah, I would agree with that. And I think it's the words, and I can understand, a couple, grind together, work together. One person has helped the other one get to a different place in life when it comes to their finances and credit and things like that. But to say that you created her, you ain't her daddy. You didn't create her. Did you be a supportive partner and husband? And the fact that she said, yeah, I would agree with that. I was like, it's the words. And I'm not sure if that's exactly what they meant, but words do mean things. So when he said, oh, I created her. And then she was like, I believe that. I would agree with that. Samara says Jamie ain't ish. Okay. Hey, Jen. Jen says he's definitely abusive and she seems to have low self-esteem as well. Watching them on the reunion was cringe-worthy, especially that moment. And as I said to you before, I don't know if there's physical abuse, but that's not the only type of abuse that exists. But I feel as if, and Jamie talks about this in regards to men her having conversations with 3 different men. One of those men, he actually knew. Having men in her DMs that want to sleep with her. I mean, there's a lot of rumors, and I've seen a lot of rumors, and I've talked about them as we've recapped this show about both of them cheating, and not just some flirtation in DMs, allegedly. And I love how we still have not talked about Jamie being a police officer. I think he's probably, if not retired, or about to retire. But he wasn't retired while he was on the show. And I get it. He can't talk about it on necessarily at length on the show, but just to kind of brush over it, not to, like, that's his job, not a night promoter. I mean, that's part of his job, but that's not his job. So it makes sense to me. And that's an element that we all need to keep in mind with how his demeanor is. That's why he's able to remain calm in these types of situations. Jessica says, very awkward moment. Sherry says, Jamie is very controlling. Dolly says, yes, they having an inappropriate conversation with his friend was like, what? I mean, I've heard all kinds of rumors about this couple. I have not reported on every single one, but not only did he catch her, never mind. I'm just saying that the DC streets have been talking. The DMV streets have been talking. So I feel like them giving us this image, it's very clear to us they were trying to give us this perfect couple goals. We're TikTok viral couple on this show. We're like, no, you guys came across fake and not interesting to watch. If they said you guys weren't coming back, I wouldn't be like, oh, bye. No, I'd be like, bye. Because it gave us fake. Big T, thank you so much for the super chat. Big T Energy says, I loved Carla last night. Winter is a big liar. Ashley got her together and I was here for it. She had the receipts to catch her in all her lives. Yes, when Ashley pulled out, let's move on. Thank you so much, Big T, for the super chat and for the transition. Okay. See, look, R says, for years we've been talking. See? Just that. I just don't think it's worth it. That's how uninteresting they are. The tea that we've heard, that's how uninteresting that they are. And I know, Carlos, you're watching and you're hoping that I will say it so that you'll have a season 2 of drama. You're like, oh, remember when this one? No, let them tell them the streets have been talking about this couple for years. And they decided to come on the show to give us the fake and phony. Okay, I'm not that interested. Oh, he just said, if it's an open relationship, just say it. I don't know if it might be open now. I don't know if it was open back then. Something else was open. It's Sunday, Kempire. Hey, TikTok. Thank you guys for the gifts. Thank you for tapping your screens. We're talking about Love and Marriage DC. Huntsville is supposed to be returning September 10th. Next week will be the part 2 of Love and Marriage DC. Okay. Shady Sundays with Kempire. Miss Bernice says JB acting like he in the mob. Boy, bye. He's in another version of it. You know how the police department can be. They protect their own. So that's its own sort of, situation. So, but anyways. Ebony says the way he was acting 12 years later about her responding to inboxes, I can only imagine how he reacted in that moment. Yeah, that's it seems a little like it didn't happen that long ago, right? Oh, and T says a lot of officers cheat. I was a dispatcher and heard plenty of stories. Oh, I would love to hear those stories. Yeah, a lot of police officers cheat, but don't look at Miss Irena like she's also innocent either. Don't look at her, Miss Irena. She's giving you innocent here. She's not so innocent either. But if you like it, I love it. If it works for you, at the end of the day, fine. Can you imagine if a couple actually came on here and admitted to their situation? Oh, wait, we got that from Ashley and Quick. We got that from Ashley and Quick. And that's why a lot of people hate them or love them. You have to have a feeling towards these folks for them to be interesting reality TV stars. So when people tell me, oh, I can't stand this particular person, I'm like, okay, that makes sense. But that's not a bad thing for reality TV. You have to feel something. If you feel nothing, that's where it's like, Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nicole says, a lot of police officers abuse their wives too. My mom was married to one. Well, like I said, they've denied those sorts of allegations. I didn't get that initially, at least not the physical abuse. Maybe emotional and controlling. Yes. The emotional abuse and controlling behavior, definitely. Not an entanglement. Diane says, I think Irena and Jamie are interesting. Time will unravel the truth about their relationship. I agree. And if not time, Carlos King. Winter. So Winter came out and stirred the couples up. And look, I agree with you guys. If Winter was not a part of the season, what would we be talking about? Hence why they brought Winter out so early. Normally a friend of her bringing out the friend of fan. I was like, you are so corny. I hate when people are corny. Girl, just come out and look fabulous. We don't need friend of the show. We don't need that. We didn't need that. Just come out. I liked her dress. I was like, yes, okay, Winter. Winter comes out. Of course, we have to talk about, first of all, before we even get into her beef with Aggressive Ashley, she said it. Aggressive Ashley came out with her own cue cards. Aggressive Ashley. Ashley, you could have came up with better graphic, though. Come on. In this day and age. But it was cute. It was cute. We had a moment where she brought up her own tweets and things like that. But the whole conversation, it felt like all of the couples were against Winter. And Monique tried to make it seem as if what Winter told her was not completely 100% the truth, which it wasn't. But Monique tried to make it seem like she was completely innocent too, that she didn't mix things up as well. And she wasn't stirring the pot. But Winter talking about being a spiritual coach and minister and no longer a relationship expert. And we were like, okay, so when was that transition? And according to Monique, she's always known her to be a relationship expert and a life coach. I don't understand that. See, that's where I always look at with Winter with the side eye. I was like, you are definitely scammer adjacent. And then you wonder why you get into relationships with scammers. You attract what you are. Just saying. So that whole conversation about her title and what she does, and she's a minister, and she's been a minister for a very long time. She hasn't done the relationship coaching for a very long time. But you literally said at that dinner table, I'm a relationship expert. Okay, so that's where she kind of lost me, and that's why I keep calling her scammer adjacent. Just saying. So another part of their conversation. This leads to the conversation about what Winter was saying about Ashley's husband and Jamie, Irena's husband. And she says, Carlos asked her, like you said that you've heard things, and she says, yeah, I have text messages, I have receipts, I have da. Okay. And this gets under DJ Quick's skin so quickly, so much so that everyone on social media were like, whoa. You saw at one point, Chris has to stop DJ Quick and say, it's a lady. It's a lady. Because you remember the accusations that people were throwing at Chris on social media in his response to Giselle. All right. So he was like, you don't want that smoke that I had to go through. And even if, as DJ Quick kept on getting hot and he kept on using the B word, and he kept on saying, I'm not saying her, I'm talking about that guy. So there's this other guy. Hold on. Let me pull up my other thing that I wanted to pull up. Hold on, y'all. Because our friends over at the Bravo Shade Room, I believe, had it. Let me just bring it up really quickly, because this turned into a social media, people clarifying things on social media. All right. So let me just kind of go back. So on Twitter, Winter Harris. Oh, Winter. Winter, you're watching our recaps. Didn't last week we said she needs to change her name on Twitter? Because her name on Twitter kept on saying Winter Williams. I said, I thought you divorced the scammer. Now it's Winter Harris. Oh. Speaking of they're watching us, guys, a new episode of the visual version of our podcast, or the podcast episode that came out last week, is now available on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. That premiered yesterday. So if you missed it, head on over to the Kempire Radio YouTube channel to check that out. And thank you. We hit over 8,000 subscribers on the Kempire Radio YouTube channel. Let's get to 10,000. So be sure to subscribe to that channel if you haven't already. So let me share my screen again. Hold on. I want to share exactly what Winter said on Twitter last night. Hold on. All right. So Winter originally said, hold on, let me go back. So Winter originally said here below, how is it that you have to be reminded that you're speaking to a lady? So that's when Chris said to DJ Quick, I needed security. This is what Winter says. So Monique retweeted her. Clearly Monique is not here for her friend of 15 years. Monique says, now you know DJ Quicksilver was referring to the new guy you've been with. Chris saying that to Quick was only to remind Quick that he can't speak to him through you. Don't do that. I'm not about to let you come for Quick's character when you know what time it is. What time is it? Okay. Okay. So she retweets that and says, he wasn't blind. He knew my friend wasn't there. I understand your loyalty, but at no point did I hear him apologize for bucking at me. Did you not see that Ashley had to restrain her husband? She then says, no one had to hold their husband back when they were talking to you. I was never disrespectful when addressing them. I mean, I have to agree. I have to agree with Winter on that, because I felt like DJ Quick understandably is hot for whatever reason. I feel like there's more to this story that we don't know about this new man that she's dating. Is this new man that she's dating another scammer? Catherine says Winter's back is tired. She's been carrying the season. She's been carrying the season along with Ashley. Let's not take away from Ashley. Ashley and DJ Quick. Again, in this reunion, those three people are carrying it, because what can you say about Irena and Monique at this point and their husbands? Nothing. Oh. Let me say thank you. We got a couple super chats. Judgy Justice, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, she's not a scammer. She's not scammer adjacent. She is on the same block, just a couple of doors down from the scammer. Oh my God. Hold on. Let me turn my notifications off. I'm getting like vibrations on here. She says she's just a couple of doors down from there. Look, I'm being very nice. Okay. Thank you, Judgy Justice. Gabriella, thank you so much for the super chat. Gabriella says, everybody watches you. You're a star. Thank you so much, Gabriella. I just know I didn't realize that she changed her name. I was like, oh, wait a second. Okay. Let me see. Wait. I heard Winter is dating a woman. Is she? No, she's not. Anyways, so they keep bringing up this person. DJ Quick gets really hot under collar. We have never seen DJ Quick act this way on the show. And I was really surprised, which makes me wonder what is being said online, what's being said in the streets of the DMV, and why haven't y'all been mentioning it to me? Who's this new man that Winter's dating, and why is he talking? Is he also from the DMV? Maybe because I told you the DMV streets have been talking for a while now about all these couples. So Winter says that she has information about not just on DJ Quick, but also Jamie. A lot of people have a lot of receipts on Jamie and Irena in that relationship. Edna says that he was mad. He was mad. Rennie says DJ Quicksilver was giving DJ Quisha Silva, not Quisha, energy. Ashley can hold her own. She didn't need Quick getting loud and ignorant. I agree. If Ashley was Irena, then I could understand the husband chiming in, because I don't feel like Irena could, without Irena going, ah, you know how she did during the season? Ashley could handle it, and Ashley did not sweat. Only person that lost their cool was DJ Quick. Ashley had it. DJ should have just sat there and just listened. But DJ Quick, you know, some people on social media, Carlos brought this up. He likes to bring up his career. He likes to be the star. He's always used to being the star. So it doesn't surprise me that he's acting out in this way. No, DJ Quick, you should have just ceased and sequel. All right. Don't just let Ashley answer and have this conversation with the woman. If the guy was there, I could understand. But the guy wasn't there. The guy wasn't there, and calling him the B word and then through her. It was like, if I was the host, I would have been like, yo. Carlos was like, ooh. No, I would have been like, DJ, quick. No, if you're going to act like this, you're going to have to get off the stage. You're not going to be talking like that to a woman. Even if you're talking to the man that the woman's dating. He's not there. Unless you're seeing something I'm not seeing. Thank you. Shout out to our moderators, guys. Don't forget to say hello to our moderators and thank them and say hello. Shan, thank you so much for another super chat. Shan says, we want all men to act like Dr. Bill Aiden. Do we? Do we? Remember, he cheated on his wife. It might be still cheating. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. All right. Guys, we have almost 300 likes. I'm not dropping the call-in link, though, until we get 400 likes. Liking the video is an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but also other channels that talk about similar topics like love and marriage DC or pop culture news here on the channel. As you know, we talk about everything in pop culture. So be sure to check out some of the things that you missed this past week and over the weekend. All right. I'm going to drop the call-in link, though, for our Team Kempire and Royal Court members. So I'm going to go to the community tab on YouTube, and I'm going to drop the call-in link for members only. It's not a part of the perks of being a member, but we do that every once in a while when we're live. So I'm going to drop the call-in link for members only. Hold on. Let me just do this right now. Ooh, there we go. Oh, D says, I love the reunion. Carlos was so messy. And that's why people like Carlos hosting the reunion. I don't know how I would feel about, no, I know how I feel about Carlos's regular show. We don't need it. We don't need it. GRP says, ladies, we got to protect ourselves. Winter stirred the pot. If she did not have receipts, keep quiet. We want a man to react with respect, but not every man is respectful to us, unfortunately. Precious says, show the receipts, Winter. And Winter backtrack in regards to showing the receipts. If you have information, Winter, don't say you have the information without showing the information. Don't. I just feel like that's just like, now I'm looking at you like, really, girl? Really? Don't even bring it up. Don't even bring it up, because you were already backtracking during the season about knowing if they. I was like, I heard rumors. Well, what we know about you are not rumors about your first husband and your second husband. And then I like when Ashley brought up, you're talking about, oh, those are the father of my children. Well, you're talking about the father of my children. Make it make sense. Let me take a sip. R says she said she heard rumors, and she did. R says we all did, but then she said she had receipts. Okay, we all heard rumors, but she says she had actual receipts. Okay. Oh, L. Singleton says Winter is saying what everyone in DC said. DJ Quick is a cheater. Yeah, but they've been saying that for years, and they admitted it on the show that there was some cheatation situations. Okay. Fifi says, "Can somebody tell me the rumors?" I mean, basically that they were cheating on each other, that the husbands had been cheating on their wives. Irena and Jamie, though, vice versa. Allegedly. Ann says Carlos is so messy. He was cracking up off Ashley's reads. He saw a star. He saw a star in Ashley. I agree because that whole pizza delivery situation. She's like, this is not. She's great for the show. She's definitely, if they get a second season, no confirmation yet. If they get a second season, Ashley's definitely coming back. And because Ashley is still friends with Monique and Irena, I can see all of them coming back next season. They definitely have to shake things up. I definitely think Winter's going to be coming back. I think there's going to be a continuation of this drama, but it can't all be just everyone on on Winter. I think what's going to happen, we're going to see more of Tasha because Tasha seems to be friendly with Winter. I don't know if they have more of a friendship, but Monique has known this woman for 15 years. I don't know if her and Tasha have been friends just as long. Just saying. Don D says, I'm still Team Winter so far. I hope she comes back. Look, y'all know I'm Team Kempire all day. I'm not team any of these reality TV stars, honestly. But I'm not going to deny that Winter got everyone activated this season. Every episode they were talking about Winter, and there was some beef between Winter and one of the ladies. So El Singleton says, why are y'all so mad if Winter's is only repeating a rumor that DC at large has said about DJ Quick? Are people mad? I don't know. But Jillian says, why wasn't Tasha at the reunion? Because she really wasn't on the show. She really wasn't on the show. Like, what would she add? It'd be another whole of the one girl we don't speak of in RHOP. It would have been that. She come out for 2 seconds and then she's gone. Oh, Logan says Monique is recognizing the scammerization. Yes, guys, let's get to 400 likes and then I'll drop the call-in link for you guys to call in and share your thoughts of the Love and Marriage DC reunion. I'm going to bring up some callers that we have backstage. Amy's backstage. I'm going to bring her up first. What's going on, Amy?
Hey, Kempire.
How are you?
Goodness. This reunion, I liked it, but I have to be honest with you, I had a messy side to liking it. It wasn't really because it was a good.
What do you mean?
I mean, it was super messy. I feel like Winter, because they attacked her, I feel like she needs to bring receipts now. It's only fair.
Mm-hmm.
As much as DJ Quick is saying he was talking to the man, I recall him saying B and looking directly at Winter. So I just was not feeling that. And here's the thing, I love the Silvers, but that right there turned me off from Quick.
Yeah,
I did not like what I saw. I was like, why are you so hyped up? And then Jamie and him, well, Jamie was kind of like, oh, you don't know me. But the point is, if it's not true, there's a way you carry yourself. The way he's acting, hit dogs holler. They started talking about her toothless boyfriend that she's sleeping with and she's supposed to be. They were dropping tea. So it's only fair if Winter comes back that she shares some tea. That's all. I want to see what the rest of it. But the overall, Monique, I don't like that you play in our face. You need to get it together. Your little speech for Black women, it's not for us. It's for your delusional mind. You came on this show and you berated your husband. Chris, blink 2 times if you need us. Because he seemed right on point when he started saying that it was nothing. I feel bad for Chris. Monique is controlling and she's trying to control the narrative of how we see it. I saw it for what it was. You were playing in our face about your marriage. You took it too far. And now people don't like you. Get it together next season. Be a little bit more creative for how you bring up your storylines. It was wrong. No one likes it. Chris is a favorite. So you need to get it together. Other than that, I mean, the reunion looks like it's going to be interesting next week. I'm waiting for that part.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Amy, for calling in.
Okay. Have a nice one.
You too. All right. Let me turn my headphones down a little bit. All right. Guys, if you're just joining us, be sure to like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting the channel. I am not dropping the call-in link until we get to 400 likes. So if you're a member of the channel, I have posted the call-in link on the community tab. So you can find the link there. I'm going to bring up Adrian next. What's going on, Adrian?
Hey, love. What's going on? Can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. How you doing, love?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Good, good. So, Monique, let me just, because I didn't call in a lot about this whole show, and let me just give a wrap up from what I saw from the reunion. But Monique, I just feel like this whole show just didn't do her justice. It didn't endear the audience to her. She was trying to make this like her comeback from RHOP, and it ended up really not doing that. And I think the problem was for me, she didn't like clearly articulate what her issues were with Chris. And like she kept saying that she needs more, but it was like more of what? And I understand what she was trying to say. Like when you have an otherwise good man, people could be like, okay, well, what could you possibly be complaining about? But I can understand how he was frustrated because watching it, I was like, okay, I'm trying to figure out exactly what does she want from him. Does she just want him to get up off the couch? Like, does she want him to go into commentating, to go into coaching? Does she just want him to do nothing where he's like, hey, I'm retired. This is my time to chill. Like, what specifically do you want? And I feel like she was on this spiritual journey that he's not on. She kept talking about trying to pull something out of him. And he just felt like he wasn't there yet. And that was like really frustrating her. And it was almost like, I remember Will and Jada saying this a while ago, like, you got to go find whatever fulfillment you got, like whatever that's going to be for you, you have to find that on your own. Because she just constantly kept getting frustrated. And that's why I kept coming off as whining. Maybe she heard it, but I didn't hear it. And the thing it makes her social climbing make sense. When she had that breakdown and when they were sitting on the lake and she was crying, she kept saying that she was searching for something and that she always feels like she's not good enough. She just kept repeating that over and over again. Like there's something in her that she's trying to fill. Marrying this millionaire didn't do it. She has these beautiful family, these cute kids, that didn't do it. And it feels like she's still not happy. And they don't need this check. This is not a couple that needed to get on, reality television show to make a couple $100,000 a season to act a fool. They didn't need this. So this feels like, because I was talking to my husband about it, I was like, I would never emasculate him like that on national television. And it feels like he's doing this for her. Yeah. Because this is something she needs. You know what I'm saying? Because think about it. They don't need this. And she's trying to find whatever this fulfillment is in these social circles, in these friends. To me, she came across as two-faced and twerking on the fence with Winter and Ashley and Irena. I know, right? But to me, I felt like it was the same thing she did with Candace, with Giselle and them. She would throw a friend under the bus if it meant getting in with another group of friends that could be better for her. Irena comes off as abused and sad, like Tisha. I think E11 will call them both neck down dead. And they're playing in our faces, trying to make me feel like what I'm seeing, I'm not really seeing. I wasn't feeling Ashley at first, but now I feel it because I feel like she didn't really have a reason to not like Winter. But now you do. Winter, show your receipts or shut up. Because now you're giving the so-called ghetto Barbies or whatever absolute ammunition. But now you're giving them ammunition to not like you and to go after you full force. Because if you're going to drop said tea that you got this and then back up, like you don't want to say nothing, Ashley has every right to come at you with everything she got now. She didn't before, now she does. So that's all I wanted to say. So we'll see what next week is given. And didn't they say that the guy she's sleeping with is toothless? What? Kevin looked oily. I don't know what the first guy looked like, but Kevin looked like an oil snake salesman. This guy don't have no teeth. I don't know. And then she seems like.
Wait, did you say you didn't know what Kevin looked like?
No, I'm saying I don't know what the first one looked like. Kevin looked like oily. He looked like a slick oil salesman. This new guy she sleeps with, they said is toothless. I don't understand. And then she's supposed to be some type of coach. I wouldn't go to her for any type of coaching. But anyway, that's all I had to say.
Thank you so much, Adrian.
All right, love. Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Not toothless. I should have wrote that down because I completely forgot about that part. You think he's toothless? I mean, why would they say that if he wasn't? Apparently there's more to this story in regards to why Ashley and DJ Quicksilver got so heated when she said that she had receipts. You know those receipts are going to come out. Carlos was probably like this. He went to the side and said, I need to see those receipts. You want a season 2? You want to come back on season 2? You need to bring that. Here we go with the evil Tommy Davis. All right, guys. We did not hit our goal of 400 likes, but I have to wrap it up. I got to go. I have other things to do. Part of the reason why we went live earlier. I appreciate everyone calling in and sharing their thoughts in the live chat. I'm going to check out some of the things that you guys are saying in the live chat right now, and then I'm going to get out of here. D that's me says, if Winter Wonderland is a minister, wouldn't share ish with her. DC beware. Okay. Sensibility Speaks says Winter's first NFL player husband is attractive. Okay. Ivy says, where is Winter finding these men? The shelter? I can't. Not the shelter. Kevin was a little on the oily side in a lot of different ways. Catherine says, Ayana is in her pool while the world overheats. She's sending the world to voicemail. Miss Bernice says, Kevin looked like Willie the Wino from Good Time. You always say that. Donna D says, it appears to me that Winter has certification as a relationship expert, so she can say she's a relationship expert. However, she's choosing to concentrate on her ministry. Winter, is that you? Edna says she spends the man's money as she wants, but Chris doesn't complain. All right. Greasy Kevin, I can't. Veronica says Chris and Monique are doing damage control. I mean, at this point, are you guys really going to come back on reality TV and try and paint a certain picture, and then it comes across a whole other way? And literally in her interview with the Jasmine brand, she blamed it on editing. And she says, I wish that they showed more. Showed more of what? You had how many seasons on Real Housewives of Potomac to show who you are? To me, this just showed us more of what we saw on RHOP. I would be interested to hear what Carlos would have to say about your complaint on editing. Personally, I'm sure he probably like, you gave us what you gave us. All right. We see, it looks like we have a local native from the DMV area. She's also hashtag Team Jamie. So take that for what it is. Right. And look, Jamie's right over your head.
Perfect. Because I'm Team Jamie. So if y'all want to come for me and wrestle in the comments, it's Sunday, so we're not gonna wrestle today.
No, it's the
we're
Lord's
not gonna wrestle today. We're not gonna do that today. But I am Team Jamie just because I feel like people. It's two things. One, I think people are forgetting.
Why do you sound like you're so far away?
I don't know. Is that better?
No, you sound muffled. Are you holding under the mic or something?
I just moved. Is that better?
I mean, we can hear you. It just sounds a little muffled to me, but go ahead.
Okay. I think people forget Jamie's job, career, and what he does. He is and has been since out of high school a DC police officer gone detective. He is trained to sit back, observe, watch, be quiet, and just pay attention to see what's going on. I never got the physical reunion. Say what?
Exactly what he did during the reunion.
Well, I never got the physical abuse from them. The turning of the head, it was like, look at me, stop with all the food. Because remember, he was trying to shut them down from talking about Winter. He was tired of hearing about that. They were there for a different reason. But I get what everyone is saying as far as being abusive. Because to your point, you said earlier, there are different types of abuse. The wording of he made her, that's created her. That's so far and few now, because I'm sure there'll be plenty of women in the chat who will say that they were the ones who helped to clean up the man's credit, got him together. So that's just a whole nother thing that we just as people have to work on. So I'm Team Jamie for that one. Monique. I don't know what Monique's thoughts were, and I remember tweeting this in the beginning of the season. Monique really is now the Giselle of this season, because she was trying to help create a story and keeping the BS going. So I almost feel like she kind of owed Giselle an apology, because now she knows what Giselle had to go through to keep the BS going by running her mouth and mixing up the words. Everything Monique did was exactly what Giselle did.
But don't you think that Giselle did it better?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Just because Giselle would do it and be like, oh yeah, I did say that wrong. Like, she would make it fun. Monique not taking ownership for anything. She's not taking, and we do need Chris's mama to come back, because she told us the truth that Chris, and I think whoever said it earlier, I don't know if it was you or someone put in the comments that Chris's mom really wanted the first girlfriend, which I didn't know like how Monique brought that up. And you said this last week. people have a past. Monique, you weren't his first. So hopefully you're his last, respectfully. Like, that's what we want. But he had some luggage before you, and it's okay. Like, he's 40 plus years old. It's okay. The other part, age thing. I think with Jamie, I'm sorry, let me go back to that. I think people forget Jamie is older than the rest of them. So where this younger generation is opening up and talking about things and not seeing or not liking how they see the older generation does stuff, Jamie's part of that older generation. He's almost 50. So he's old school with some of his mentality. So he's not young like Ashley. He's not going to. So it's a little different when it comes to changing. It's that old thing of teaching old dog new tricks. You just got to let it go sometimes.
But he on TikTok. He TikTok famous.
We're going to stop that because we know to be TikTok famous, you really got to have like 1 million followers. Yeah, so we're gonna leave that one alone. Winter, Ashley, we need them. We need them both to come back. Ashley makes this. Ashley is funny, but Ashley, I feel like all of them were contradicting because Ashley, you can't keep calling my husband DJ Funside. Well, when you first heard it, Ashley, you laughed at it. Monique, when Monique first heard Winter say it, she was like, "Oh, you mean like the Halloween candy?" You laughed too. Cut it out. Like, it's all a mess, but we love the mess. It wasn't a great reunion because it got nasty towards the end and that was ugly. But I would like to see the man with no teeth. No. I think Winter is finding herself. Winter in the ministry. I told you a few episodes ago, my girlfriend from college up in New York knew of Winter and said this isn't the Winter that she knew. She knew of other church setting. So the ministry thing is not new for Winter. So because she's known, people know of her in that church world because that's how my girlfriend introduced her to me. So this isn't new. I think Winter just trying to figure it out. Monique lied about her not being Winter's friend because she said that she knew Winter from the husband playing with Chris for the Redskins. Stop lying, Monique. You brought that girl on saying that was your friend, and now you want to go with the gutter Barbies because they're the majority. So cut it out. Stop lying. We don't like it. No. It's a mess. It's just a mess.
All right.
But I'm here for the mess. Oh, the other thing. 20 episodes could have worked if they did that mid-season. Listen, hear me out. If they do that mid-season break like Huntsville does. Because remember, Huntsville has a lot of episodes, but they take these breaks in between. So you have part one, season one, part one, then you have season one, part two. We can live with that. You can live with that.
Bye. Hold on, Judging Justice. Hold on. All right, guys, if you're just joining us, we're going to take some more callers. Callers, again, no profanity, straight to the point. I have somewhere I need to be as well today, so we don't have time to take a lot of callers, but I'm going to take everyone that's backstage right now. So straight to the point, quick and easy, all right? All right. Uh-oh, she said, my DC sister speaking. You DC folks, you know. All right, let's take some more callers. Judging Justice, what's going on?
All right, so for me, I think I really enjoyed this reunion. I think that it was really fun. I thought, except for the end. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't like what Quicksilver did, but you're coming for his marriage, you're coming for his relationship, you're coming for a lot of who he is. And like, it's kind of hard to just sit there and let somebody keep dogging and talking about you right in front of your face. I can see that, but Chris does have a point. She is a woman. You're supposed to respect it, and even if they're not being respectful of you. And then also, I don't really like how Ashley and Winter both have their sides of, oh, I could say this, but you can't say that, when y'all both saying the same thing about each other's relationships, dogging each other's previous men or men that they're currently with out. Like, it's not right. And if it's supposed to be about building a sisterhood, then that's not the way you do it. And also, Winter, I really hope that you get it together, whatever your job really is, because you're going to be in the limelight for a while. And there's always going to be some questions about it. So pick a title and stick to it. And that's it for me. Bye.
Thank you, Judging Justice. All right. Pick a title, Winter. All right. Let me bring up Kari's next. Hold on. What's going on, Kari?
Hey, Kempire. I want y'all to like the video. Like the video. Like when you come into the room, like the video, okay?
I mean, I've been here for over an hour. Like the video.
Like, exactly. We should have as many likes as we have viewers, okay? Like the video. Anyway, so I want to start off by saying, Monique, I feel like it's like you need to like try to unpack why you married a man you don't like, because you clearly don't like him. If you are saying that you have been complaining about who this man is and what this man do for 10 years. How long have y'all been together? Like, you've been complaining about who he is since you've been with him. Why did you marry him then? Why did you have his kids? Ashley, I think Ashley and Quick are super hypocrites, okay? Because like the last caller said, you and Winter are doing the same thing. And you started in on Winter degrading who she is as a person. Like, oh, like you failed because you didn't do all these background checks. Well, you did background checks on your husband and he's still cheating on you, baby. So
did you do background check on him?
Well, I mean, like you
19.
I mean, like you dated him, you knew who he was, you got to know him, you got to like evaluate who he was as a person, and he's still cheating on you. So like that, you can't say as a woman, like it's your failure because this man isn't who he presented himself to be. Like, yeah, you can say, well, maybe you retrospectively, you should have looked at it, but you say that when you're her friend. You already acknowledged y'all ain't friends. So the things that you said at that table were inappropriate. And just like the last caller said, it's only so much you can take of somebody degrading you in front of your face. So just like how Quicksilver got mad, that's the same thing that Winter did. And you guys want Winter to bring out them receipts, but Winter want to leave that building safely. All right. Yeah. Ashley looks like a rubble and tubble in the jungle. Y'all really think that if she don't bring them, y'all think that if she slaps some receipts on that table, that she gonna be able to make it to her car without security surrounding her? Oh, all right. And then Jamie, I love you, Danielle. You know I love you, Danielle. But every time you speak about Jamie, you bring up that he's a police officer and he's supposed to observe. Well, I'm not a police officer and I'm observing him being foolish. All right. I'm observing him not really value his wife. And Irena, it makes me wonder, was that decision to get surgery yours or his?
Oh.
Was that something that he spoke into existence because he felt like he made you? Like, don't you ever let no man who needs your help to reach the top shelf tell you he made you, all right? I just wanted to say that. And I also wanted to say with Monique, there was something I wanted to highlight with Monique and Chris. I can't remember, so I'm saying in the comment section. Bye, y'all.
Oh, bye. Oh, Kari. All right. Miss Bernice, I'm going to bring you up next. What's going on, Miss Bernice? Long time no speak.
Hey, Kempire, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
I'm fine. I don't have nothing to say about Monique and Chris. That's all been said. Okay. Ashley and Winter. My thing is, just like with Monique and Candy Poo, if you're not about that life, be quiet. If you ain't got the balls to back up what you're saying, don't say it. For you to keep saying it, insinuating. I don't care how long you done heard it on the streets. It's a Mama Joyce mentality. Well, the streets is saying, well, who said this in the streets? Well, I can't say nothing. You're contradicting yourself. And it's nerve-wracking, and I don't like it. That's what really irks me about Winter. She contradicts herself. Don't put on this projection that you this perfect person. You got these credentials, and you was using your credentials as it's saying the women's was less than you. That's what pissed the women off. It wasn't about her personality. You was saying that you was more than they were, and they don't even know you. Come on, people. Come on. It wasn't about what she said. It's how she said it. Like she kept saying, "Is your delivery? Is your delivery?" And she came back with the pizza. Come on now.
I want pizza.
Thank you. Want me a hot and ready. Come on now. Yeah, and Jamie's a butt. Jamie's been a butt from the beginning. Jamie gonna be a butt in the end. But when he said he made her and her wife self agreed with him, I'll turn the TV off. Like, no, boo. You don't get nobody power over you like that. No, I made her. What is this Frankenstein creation? You Frankenstein, is she the monster? No. But other than that, it was all right. Carlos had me cracking up, but it was all right.
All right, Miss Bernice, thank you so much for calling in.
Okay, thank you, kiddo. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. Kari, I see that you called back in. I'm not taking any more callers after Dewan, but I appreciate you calling back in. I have to be fair, and like I said, I have somewhere I need to be as well. So, Dewan, I'm going to bring you up as our last caller. What's going on, Dewan?
Hey, what's up, Kempire? I'll be quick. I love Monique, and I have since Potomac, and I really didn't see, until when they were in the theater and she cut Chris off and was like about the exes and all that stuff. To me, that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. I still love her, but I just felt like, okay, Monique, that's a bit much. Like, relax. The man's sitting here confessing his love for you. He's telling you that you're his soulmate. But I'm not going to diminish their marriage because I don't sleep with them. So I don't know really what's going on in the household. I see what they show us. And obviously there's some communication problems. I want them to fix that because I really do like them and I like their family and they've been good to us since Potomac. I think Irena is beautiful and she tolerates Jamie's BS a lot because in the one clip where they discussed, her texting the other men and why she was doing that. And then, how he talks to her in public, etc. I'm like, you have to sit back and acknowledge your bad behaviors. Like, obviously she did what she did because she felt some type of way. And I don't think really they've reconciled it. That was 12 years ago. And he keeps saying that, but something is still there, obviously. And I definitely hope they fix that too. I don't like to see any marriage go to spoil. So I want everybody to fix all their problems. And I kind of am in the beginning. You were all talking about with Ashley and Quick and Winter. I kind of was, I expected that reaction from Quick, and particularly, if he feels that he has not done anything bad in the marriage, and Ashley feels the same way. For her to continue to just drag up these rumors without producing any receipts, maybe we'll see it in part 2. But for her to keep dragging up those rumors, it could be damaging to their marriage, really. Do you think
his reaction kind of said more about it possibly being true?
Well, as a commenter said earlier, and as Nene Leak said in season 2 reunion, a hit dog will holler. And so I think, there may be some guilt there, but I mean, this was a long season. And I think this is just them finally getting the frustration out. But Chris did check him. And I was glad that they showed that where Chris was like, hey, she's a woman, you have to have some respect for her. And I think that's why I like Chris and Monique because they understand just boundaries and well, at least Chris does, and how to respect a spouse on television. But yeah, I thought overall it was a very good reunion. Carlos had me cracking up, and that's how you could tell that this was not staged because his facial expressions, he was showing like this was his first time hearing some of this. And so it was
also good at that stuff too, though.
Well, true. Yeah, they could have the editing king. But it was a good reunion. I look forward to a season 2, hopefully.
All right. Thank you so much, Juan, for calling in.
Thank you. See you.
Bye. Okay, let me just get these last couple of super chats. Guys, I appreciate you all calling in. I appreciate our Team Kempire Royal Court members. If you'd like to become a member of the channel, head on over to teamkempire.com/join. But if you're watching from YouTube, just click the join button. We appreciate you. Thank you, Danielle, for the super chat. Danielle says, 12 years ago, DMing someone was not a thing. Oh, good point. Ooh, especially when not with them. That is it's such a good point. They think they were smart.
Don't be rude. I'm sorry, what? Don't be rude.
I forgot I had that there. Danielle, thank you so much for the super chat. She says, 12 years ago, the only people who had Instagram were those who had an iPhone. See, this is why you guys are the best, because then you remind us. I'm like, wait a minute. It was Black Planet. Was it on Black Planet? No, look, as I said to you before about Irena and Jamie, they are being very fake and phony on this show. That 12 years ago situation, yes, maybe 12 years ago something happened, but anyways, we shall see next week, same time, same place. We're going to recap part 2 of Love and Marriage DC. Thank you to all of you that called in. Thank you to everyone that sent in the super chat. Thank you to everyone that liked the video. If you haven't already, be sure to like the video. Let's get to, we have over 800 and something people watching that have been watching for an hour and a half. Like the video. It's an easy and free way of supporting our channel, but also your channel, because I know you're watching, fellow content creators. Like my video so that people can find yours. Just saying. All right. Anyways, thank you all for being here. Thank you to our moderators. Don't forget to show love to our moderators in the live chat as well. Thank you to everyone in the replay crew. I want to know your thoughts as well. What did you think of this season so far? What did you think of part 1 of the reunion? How would you rate it based on the ratings? You guys definitely rated it between a 7 and 10. Live chat, let us know how you would rate it. Replay crew, let us know how you would rate it and what you thought of the season. Who do you think should come back? Live chat, please feel free to weigh in. I'm going to get out of here. Happy Sunday, guys. I will see you guys later for our watch party on TikTok. And that will be later on tonight. So stay tuned for that. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for being here. Get out of here. Look, let's get out of here. It's Sunday. We could literally do her song over this beat. Remember Winter's song? I don't remember the lyrics though, so. Woo! Bye. Oh wait, let me see.